Bam! Welcome, hero lovers. Welcome, villain haters. Back again in the driver's seat. DEFCON 5, a series about defenders and controllers trying to figure out who better, who best, as far as support goes in the City of Heroes on the Homecoming servers, where I'm playing on the Excelsior Shard. We're taking a look here at DEFCON Level 3. We're halfway there. We're looking at Marquis du Temps. We're taking a look at time manipulation. We're taking a look at defenders. And he is dual pistols. Time manipulation. Well, time manipulation, dual pistols. And ice mastery. And I ran him through some solo stuff, talked about his build, I ran his team tactics, and I haven't even looked at that video yet. I'm super excited for this one today because we're gonna go and take a look at that team video I made. I don't know, it was a week and a half ago now. I don't remember. That's how long ago it was. And we're gonna dive into it. We're gonna dig in. We're gonna look at the strategies, the tactics. We're gonna illustrate, telestrate, educate, whatever. We're doing some bunch of eights today with this video. And I'm pumped because what I remember of it, it was kind of crazy. It was the first time I've gone blue side with these tests. And we ended up doing a safeguard mission, which I haven't run one of those with the side missions and all that stuff in a long time. And it got crazy, as I recall. So I'm really excited to see what happened, pumped up about the results. I've actually done the analysis. I've gone through and crunched the stats on Marquis' run. And there's some cool stuff in there, which I'll probably tease a little bit of that today while we're going through this. But in the meantime, you got to get on the sacks, scramble the bombers, because we're going to DEFCON 3, diving into this team missions. 1 second. All right, we got this puppy dialed in. We're sitting here with our handy dandy illustration pen. We've got our XP pen tablet in front of us. We're fired up with Epic Pen, little illustration tools. We're good to go. So let's go ahead and take a look at what was going on with this team of heroes, rogues, and villains over in Peregrine Isle. I think all of our missions ran out of. And let's dive into who was on the squad. So we have, of course, my defender as the lead here and inviting all the other players. So let's see, we got Marquis. He is sitting at 53 as far as vet level goes. So I have all my stuff unlocked on him, at least tier 3s. I might have a tier 4 unlocked. I forget off the top of my head. Then you got Guyve. I've had Guyve on my team a couple times now. He's our resident peacebringer. He's like vet level 1,000,000 or something like that. But he's really good at when he joins the team. He doesn't like rock all his tier 4 incarnates. He just runs his alpha, and everything else he keeps either unslotted or just unused. And then we have 3 pugs that I didn't know at the start of this. Ragnaraki, a sentinel. We had Seething Rage, a scrapper, and then Radiation Stone was a brute. Let me see if we can get some other info on him. I think all of those guys were in their 40s. But nobody else was incarnated, if I recall. So let me go ahead and hit play on this and see if I actually got around to taking a look at everybody's stats and stuff. Because sometimes it's hard. You got to do the log chat. Then also people start diving into the mission. And stuff starts going fast and furious. But let me see if I hover over these guys for a second. Squad. So he and I are 50 plus incarnate stuff. And then the other guys are all lower level. Sentinel, Scrapper, Tank, Brute, out of Tank, Brute. Levels in a minute. So I'm going to buff up. This is one challenge with time, great set and all, but you've got, the buffer's lament. You enter a mission door. And you've got all your powers, at least the good ones, Chrono Shift, Farsight being the 2 biggies. I don't have temporal selection, but if you did, you try to get that on a single target. But anyway, you're sitting here, clicking your auras to get everybody juiced up. And Seething Rage, and I forget if Seething Rage was somebody from Best of the Worst or not. I don't remember because there was a scrapper, but I think that was on Budakash's team. So if you are out there, Seething Rage, and you were on Best of the Worst, let me know who you were because I forget. I've run a bunch of stuff in the interim between this one and, which is why I don't remember these missions at all. Why I'm super excited because I don't remember what all happened because it's been 3 other videos I've put together since this one. So anyway, uh, what I was saying here is your buffs, right? You got these aura buffs, these clicks. And the problem with a lot of buffers and buffs is that your teammates they take off. And so this was why I was, a little hesitant at first to get this one started and why I don't necessarily select the mission right away as I'm gathering a team because, then people dive in, especially pugs, which I think these guys were all pugs. They dive in, they start running away. So anyway, people take off, they miss the buff. So I just was clicking Farsight. I don't know if he got it or not. Chrono Shift, I was going to click as well. So anyway, people are taking off. I'm trying to get these guys juiced up, especially that, given that they're all less than level 50. We're about to take on 54s, so these guys are taking on +5s. Right? And I don't even know, a lot of times you got people that are not level 50 yet, and they don't even have their powers slotted, like with enhancements, even generic stuff. So you got a lot of, question marks here if these guys can be able to handle it. So you're trying to get them some buffs, give them some support. And if people start taking off, that's usually when that opening salvo turns into like a couple guys hitting the hospital. And Guyve's not on the map yet either, so he's my one rock I know is going to show up, and he's got the ability to hang with one I'm about to throw at this character and at these other you know players here. So anyway, boom, that's one thing got to watch out for. Let's play. Yeah, so I'm like clicking myself. I'm trying to get to Seething, but he just keeps going. Right, there's my ice elemental. Some of my stuff. Hopefully these guys don't get too far out. And selected my other things. See, check that up, guys. Here we go. Oh my God, what did I just tell you guys? What did I just freaking tell you? All right, check that out. You guys know what's happening. So here we are. We're entering the map. I told everybody that, to join. I said, hey, we're running a small team. So team of 5, not your team of 8 that you're used to for a lot of people running blue side. And, trying to click some buffs at the door. And Scooty here is taken off already. And then before I can really kind of get the rest of the team engaged, because I seem like we have a little bit of hesitancy here with our brute. Like he's like, I don't know if I should dive in there because these guys are not level 50 plus or whatever. And then he's looking at a bunch of 54 Nemesis of all things. And he's in there. He's hitting build up and diving in. I think he's got bio armor if I kind of see the haze around him here. Again, I don't remember what their powers were yet because they were already diving in. So let me see. Guyve's not on the map, so we're down a man going against 54 times 8. And he just starts getting lit up. Okay, try to give him some backup. Hold on there, buddy. Hold on. Dive in there. Get yourself killed in the first mission. Exactly. All right, then the rest of us come diving in. Guy, buddy, you better get in here. This is getting real. Now I'm starting to take heavy beating. I got range guys. This is my nemesis here. Oh, pun intended, maybe. So what a damage I'm taking. Holy, then an explosion. All right, right there. I thought this is going to be a bad start. Like I'm going to die in the first, which I haven't done yet, in the first encounter. But you've got ranged nemesis. I talked about this in a different video because the nemesi, they stack vengeance, and these guys also like to stay at range. So unless you got some really good range defenses, which won't even matter with the stacked vengeance, right? Because these guys are just pounding you with these plus to hit boosted vengeance bombs, and they're just raining crap. I think I was talking about this in maybe Sekhmet's video when I was talking about the tanking and how to get the aggro away from the people around you, and you don't want to stand right near your tanks. Well, here I am standing near my two beefy boys who have aggroed everything, and this crap is raining in. I had to go in close because Seething Rage was redlining his health bar. So my only way to heal is, of course, to get in next to him and pop off, my aura. So I get in close to try to help him, and immediately Warhawk's blown up, bombs are raining down, and I'm freaking dying. Like my elemental's been destroyed already, which I was, going to rely upon for some extra damage. And actually, this explains something to me, which I'll spoiler. One of my missions with the ice elemental was really low damage. I think it was this one, and I thought in high, looking when I first was looking at the numbers, I thought, oh, maybe I just forgot to summon him when I first came in, but I saw no, I summoned him right away. But look, he's dead in the first hit here, and he's on a 5 minute timer. So I'm gonna not have him for the bulk of the rest of this mission. So that's how quick, your pets, if you're relying upon them, bam, they go out and you're in trouble. So yeah, this does not start well. So we got overeager Scrapper, which, what? Tell me what Scrapper out there on a pug is not, Scrapper locking and just diving in. So he does his best to get himself killed. You got your granite stone brute dives in there, try to bail out. Stuff's blown up. I'm getting blown up, and then finally Guyve is getting on the map. But we're outclassed at this point, and I'm going, oh, this is not going to go well. Blue, man. Yeah, see the damage coming from these guys back there is crazy. A big old boom boom I just took. And these under level pugs are probably worried too. I would be. Some big old booms. Got this Thistle. This Thistle. Which way you guys want to go? Oh yeah, I think this was the team that. I really don't want to lead the way. Yeah, this was the team that was really hesitant for somebody to take the lead, which kind of surprised me because I know Guyve has dwarf mode. He didn't use it that much. I don't recall. You've got your Sentinel, he's got armors. You got your Scrapper, he's got armors. You got your Brute, he's got armors, and he's got the stone armor. Maybe they just saw what happened, and they're like, let me hang back. So kind of the rest of these, I think the first couple missions with this particular group of five, there was a lot of hesitancy. And I'm like, don't look at me to go out front. I got Jack for defenses on this guy's side from, one Farsight and stuff is clicked. I can juice up, but it takes pretty much all of my stuff to get to that point. So I was starting to scratch my head too, going, all right, are you guys going to go in there or what? Maybe Guyve, you need to take point. Guyve's taking point. Yeah. Look at this. Look at this. This is another bad setup. Another bad one. Scrapper's going to go down if he doesn't watch it. All right, so check this out. Back it up. This is kind of like a noob trap. I'm looking at it. All right, so we're coming up this little rise here. Round the blind corner. And yeah, check it out, noob trap. So if you look, there's bait dead ahead. Oh, look, there's some nemesis sitting here. But what people aren't paying attention to, you can see it, is right over there. This is not just a curve. This is a T intersection. So our tunnel's coming this way. There's the obvious group on that side, but there's another tunnel, and I'm pretty sure there's somebody right here. So, the noob trap is that you come up that hill, around that curve, you see this group, and you're like, oh, let me go and attack. And I'm not sure what the hell happened here. Like, why are they, what triggered them? They aggroed. I don't know if somebody taunted over there. I didn't hear it. But all of a sudden, these guys are aggroing and firing already. So I don't know what was the deal with that one. Let me see if I can catch it. Maybe Guyve, you need to take point. Guy's taking point. Right there. Like nobody did anything. I've mentioned this in a couple videos now. There's like some early ass aggro's being triggered. I don't know by what. They're shooting at our. I think that's Guyve. Scrapper's gonna go down if he doesn't watch it. Yeah, look at those damage coming out. I don't like getting in close with Nemesis. They've got whenever they explode, they got a lot of exploding things. So you get the explosion damage, which I think is like fire, but then you get all these little toxic gas bombs. So they do a hefty amount of toxic on top of everything else. So if you get in the middle of them like this, they all start exploding, all the robot stuff. And then if they got vengeance on top of that, that's extra damage. And the toxic, I don't know if the toxic is affected by the vengeance or not, but they just start exploding. You can kind of see by, the influence I'm getting that a lot of things are blown up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pop, 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 pop. Explosions, explosions. And if you get in the middle of all that, you can see the damage is already flying. Minus 15, minus 15, minus 15. So I'm taking heavy damage, and I think we've got another group behind us that I'm worried about aggroing from range again. Right. Yeah, there they are. I think Miss Thistle's back there. All right, yeah, there was another group. So here we go. They aggro already. I wish I could see what happened over here to make them do this. These guys are alerted already. I don't know what triggered them because there was only thing over there. I think was the was Guyve. Maybe the brute. They're shooting at him already. All right, Scrapper goes in, trying to kill some of these guys before it's too late. He's taking heavy damage, which for me, I have no way to heal him except for I have to go in there, right? If I want to heal this guy, I need to go in. But look at all those explosions. I don't want to be in there. And that's not this character's build. That's not his game. Remember, I am very debuffy with this character. And a lot of my debuffs are through my guns. So I want to stay at range and start throwing stuff out here. I haven't had a chance to do any of that, right? We came in the door. I clicked a couple of buffs. I'm not sure I hit everybody. And immediately we're engaging the first group before I can do anything. I don't have temporal selection to single target buff anybody. Right after that encounter, we go up, up and around, and also bam, we're right into this. Our Scrapper's diving in again. In goes our brute. But notice, it looks like, I don't know if, I don't see Guyve, so I think maybe he saw it, but we've got our 3 pugs. And again, seething range. I forget if you were on best of the worst or not, but we got 3 people all looking this way. And there is a big old second group right over here that I caught sight of as we're coming up. That's why you see me scooting in this direction. I want to I want to get away. I want to get some LOS blockage here from this group and get some distance on whatever's over here. And maybe they won't aggro, but as soon as I see like our brute and stuff going in here, I'm like, all right, this crap's aggroing. No problem. And Guy, I think, is over to my right. I don't know if he's trying to pick up this group that's coming in. Scrapper's going to go down if he doesn't watch it. All right, Guyve's in there now. I need to pay attention. Yeah, look, all this. All right, let me chuck the ion in there. Clicks, some buffs. Challenge because these guys got freaking vengeance stacking like crazy. Keep these guys alive, it'll be an effing miracle. Might have been Miss Thistle that triggered the action. Ouch. Dude, I don't need no big punches to the face like that. Thank you very much. Boom, another one. 2 huge hits. It's about 800 total I took from those 2. My pet's on aggressive. Nice. All right. Dangerous. Look, yeah, aggro. Ambushes. I forgot about that one. Forgot about it. These guys get out to get in front of me, man. All right, let me just get aggressive here. Yeah, at this point, I'm like, F it. I just need to I need to do some debuffery because I'm not sure where people are. I don't know who's taking point. So I kind of just say screw sort of buff mode and just go into like aggressive debuffery. Look, Scrapper John's going in there. Dude, he's insane. Oh shit, man. Hold on, hold on, hold on. I'm like, this guy's gonna eat multiple deaths. It's freaking crazy. More explosions, more toxic damage. Oh, that's just taking heavy damage, guys. Heavy damage. Tons of damage. Because I don't think you can do anything but damage resistance against that toxic gas. But another ambush, I think, is coming. Hold on, hold on. We got it, we got it. How many bosses is that? Some of this. Look at this crap. It just keeps coming, you guys. This is crazy. All right, so we go in here. There's got to be like 2 bosses already, right? I mean, I see this one big boy, but there's got to be another one. It's a huge bunch of those Jaegers in there. Ton of them. Guy's in there with seething rage. Notice our stone brutes back here. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? You need to get in there. Yeah, this looks sketchy as hell when I saw this. Scrapper, don't. Oh shit, man. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Does he have teleport? Nope. Alright, I think our brute might have teleport. Maybe it's lightning rod? I don't know what is he using? Alright, there is. He's sizing it up. Oh shit, man. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Not sure oh, he's summoning his little prestige pet. That's not gonna help you, brother. Yeah, okay, that's Guyvitz in the middle there. Taking heavy damage, guys. Heavy damage. Yes, that's what I needed right there. More bosses coming. Hold on, hold on. We got it, we got it. Heavy aggro from range as well. Oh, there comes another War Hulk. Heavy effing incoming. I think my effing Doppel's over there too. Oh yeah, look at that. Through my doppelganger. There he is. Just saw him. Dude, this is insane. So that's who's talking. So all this crap starts triggering because I think we grabbed Miss Thistle, but here's my doppelganger right there. That's who's talking. Soon all of Paragon's heroes will be replaced by Nemesis's automatons. And there are like Warhulk, this Nemesis boss. My clones, I think, is a... Actually, that's not my clone. My clone's the one next to it. I think my clone is also a boss level. And there's another group of enemies coming in here. Yeah, we're like sandwiched. It's not good. Heavy effing incoming. I think my effing Doppel's over there too. Oh yeah, he's plugging the brute. Yeah, I'm using distortion field like a boss. Oh, it's my Doppel. Got him frozen. Get the rest of these guys up here. Guy's taking them on. Miss Thistle's pounding on him. And he's down. Sit down, Doppel. Alright, so far nobody's died, but it's been close. We do get our legs under us after a few minutes of this. I think by the time this mission's done, we're working much more smoothly. So this is a tip mission. Like it's a vigilante one. Damn, guys, this is kind of funny. So what I didn't understand is like the brute is using something like Nemesis staff. Maybe just because he doesn't have any other range attacks. But does that mean he's not slotted a lot of punches? I don't know. He might be one of these sort of slaves to granite mode. Uh-oh, Scrapper John, hang in there. Where they, goes down so fast. Yeah, I don't know if he's slotted. Like the way that Scrapper's taking damage. Anyway, the point on the brute with the stone armor, I've seen this with some other granite people where they kind of just lock into like that's all they do is go granite mode and stand there and try to get everything to come to them. That's fine with some groups, but these nemesis like to stay at range. So unless you have that ability to teleport or whatever to get in there, it can get you too predictable, I guess. And then the other point here is, man, the Scrapper like 3 times now, he's pretty much like redlined his health. So that seems to me to suggest he's underslotted. He's probably got the powers. I know he's level 40 something, but he's just taking huge gobs of damage. I'd go and look at his powers, but he's gonna freaking die if I do. Dude, look at radiation. Oh, Stone, what happened, bro? Oh no. Dude. Oh no. What happened? I didn't even see that. Yeah, it was like I'd go and look at his powers, but did he have a crash? Oh no. I think he had a crash. Stone, what happened, bro? Dude. What happened? I didn't even see that. This 1 second he was alive, next he's dead. Yeah, I think he had like a rage crash or something happened. Ouch. Oh shit. Why is he running out of endurance? I gotta back up because he had to take a knee earlier. Is he just not slotted? Yeah, I don't think he's slotted. I don't think he is slotted. All right, he does have teleport. All right, so this stone brute. Look at how low his endurance is. So two things. One, I'd seen earlier he had to take a knee. So he used his rest power. And I thought, well, that's weird. You like almost level 50. You don't have your endurance kind of figured out. So he's probably another one of these underslotted players. There's a lot of people out there, and you probably run into them. Maybe you're one of them yourselves. They get their character up to 40, 50, whatever, but they don't have anything slotted yet. And then they're trying to run these missions and they underperform. It's kind of a little bit of an annoyance or a little bit of a what's up question for me just because, I did my in my series of Learn to Play L2P, I talked about this very thing, how you can start with nothing and build yourself to millions, within probably 20 levels or something like that. I forget how much I had at that point, but there's no reason you should be at level 40, 50 and not have your shit slotted. I know you have your final build planned out and all that great, but at least put some generic IOs in there so you're not like crashing your endurance in the middle of a fight. And this is again, I see this more on the blue side. There's a lot of players on blue side who just power level up or whatever, get themselves up to 50, and then just I don't think they ever have the money. They just run trials and stuff to try to get merits or whatever else to buy everything with merits or something. I don't know. I don't know what you guys are doing blue side, but I keep seeing it. It's the only thing I'm suspicious of. There's a lot of and I don't know if this is what's going on here, but there's a lot of what I would call freeloading. A lot of people who get up to higher levels are completely underslotted, don't have a build, don't have money, and they join these teams and they run around the teams, whatever, but they're being carried by people that are incarnated or whatever else is going on. And I don't get it personally. I mean, I build up little war chests. Again, I talked about this a whole ton in my Learn to Play series. If you haven't seen that, go check it out. And I get into the whole process of, hey, how to squirrel away money, and then ultimately how if you have multiple alts and stuff like that, you can just start recycling your money or just sending money to each of your other characters. So anyway, I'm looking at that. He ends up end crashing, is what he says. So he tries to escape, gets over here, but I think he's getting shot or whatever, and he dies because his armor shuts off. He runs out of endurance. Boom. Hey, is that my fault as the supporter that he died? I guess yes, because I'm standing right here. But I'm like, dude, slot your damn character. Maybe something else happened. I don't know. I apologize if Radiation Stone. I'm jumping the gun on you here, but this is just more generic message anyway. I'd go and look at his powers, but here he comes. Armors are crashing. His blue bar is going back, but by then he's just like, boom, dead. Oh, Stone, what happened, bro? I don't know if he clicked something. I don't know if his stone armor, he did something. I didn't even see that. I'm not familiar enough with stone armor to know if like granite mode is super endurance heavy. It probably is. And maybe that's what happened. He went granite mode to survive and it just drained his endurance. I only have one stone armor brute myself and I've not actually played him yet. He's sitting at level 50, oddly enough. Unslotted, but which is why I don't play him. But anyway, maybe that's what happened. If somebody out there knows what the problems are with endurance in stone armor, if there are, let me know in the comments because I don't want to. I'm not trying to trash radiation here because he was sticking his face in there trying to do something, so I can't fault him for that. 1 second he was alive, next he's dead. I'm just trying to figure it out from me, the supporter. Hey, what could I have done? What should I have done? I had no idea that he was. There's no alert to me like, oh my god, he's about to die. I do know there are some armor sets out there. You got the tier 9. Ouch. Oh shit. I didn't see he must have went tier 9 and some crap. And maybe it crashed. I don't know. All right, so Give, I know he's vetted up. High level. Ragnaraki. It's kind of a cool name. Let's see what you are. Oh, crap, Ragnaraki, where are you? Ragnaraki. He is a sentinel level. God dang, I can't lock it anyway. 47. Electric regen. Never seen that combo before. Seething Rage. He is 40. And then Rad Stone. 37. All right. So we got ourselves a fun little spot. All right, that's why Rad Stone is all right. He's lower than I thought. I remembered. So I guess it makes sense that he's having some endurance issues. It's Frosty. No. Did we get him? Shit, come on. Yeah, I mean, if you don't have slotting, 37, I wouldn't even bother turning granite armor on if it takes that much juice to run it. Because I see him running out of energy again. Frostfire, you want to go? All right, there we go. All right, that was it. So, rocky start, right? We kind of jumped in, got a little bit overwhelmed, and our scrapper had to leave right after that. So he was sort of our daring charger guy. And luckily, I was able to get Sawgrass on the team from Best of the Worst. He's playing Veil Widow. He's got his own channel. If you guys haven't seen it out there, Alt Reality. I'll put a link in the description below. But he's playing a Widow. He is incarnated. So me, him, and Guy are all incarnated. Guy, as you see, is not really using his incarnate powers. But Sawgrass, when he joins, I don't think he was, aware of sort of my rules of minimal incarnate using, at least for the people that I know. So he does come in, I think, and summons his pets and stuff. But then I think Ass and I tell him in the Bow Wow channel there. That yeah, we're just kind of using minimal incarnates. It was nothing that was like over the top that I saw, and I've had other teammates stuff that are more incarnate or use more incarnates than he was with Veil Widow. So it wasn't any sort of cheat or whatever. But you definitely see when he joins, it makes things smoother because now we have another, level 50 person that can handle the stuff. Because the last team, everybody was 40s and 37 and stuff like that, except for Guyve and myself. All right, so I'm juicing up at the door. Radiation Stone's not there, but I'm like, I'm not gonna wait. The rest of the team is. Here comes Veil Widow summoning his pets. Yeah. Yeah. Don't go overboard with incarnates. So that's why I let him know. I back that up. All right, so we got our group. Now, I finally can start to actually do my thing. So that first mission, I felt uncomfortable as hell the entire time. I kind of just kept feeling like I was playing catch up with what was going on. Like I said, the scrapper kind of dove in there a couple times before I was ready. The map was just funky, trying to too many line of sight blocking curves and stuff. So it was uncomfortable for me and this character. This map though, I get much more comfortable. The group. So I know Guyve, I know Veil Widow here, so more comfortable with the players. And so I start to open up what this character can actually do. So I think that helps me understand some of the differences in the stats. Let's go take a quick peek at those so you can see what I'm talking about. All right, here is the mission summary for Marquis du Temps. I ran up 5 missions with him. The teams were 5-man, except for the last one, which we had 5 when we first started it, but then as soon as we finished robbing the bank, the 5th guy had to leave, so pretty much he wasn't there. So that was down to 4 minutes. But overall, it was on the longer side, at least for my defenders. My other 2 defender runs were in the 60-minute range. This was 72, which is up around what I've been scoring with my controllers. But I mean, just the difficulty of these missions was up there. I noticed that these are some really tough fights. But we had that first mission, the Nemesis. That was an 8-minute job. This one we're going to be on here for 12 minutes against Arachnos. Then we have a quick Devouring Earth mission. Then a pretty longish tip mission with longish tip. A tip mission, 5th column, the one with Maelstrom and the bomb triggers. That was about 16 minutes. And then we'd run the Safeguard, and this was, I think, might have been the longest I was on the Safeguard or Mayhem mission so far, 30 minutes. And that was by choice. We could have left right after the bank, but I told them, hey, let's run the side mission. So total of 72 minutes. Now here's the thing, and I don't want to spoil this part, so let me pause real quick. There we go. Uh, One of the things I had mentioned in that first mission was this, my Ice Elemental. So remember I summoned him right at the beginning of that fight, but then he was blown up in that first group, and I don't think I got to resummon him again. So he only did 293 damage at that point, which when I was looking at these stats, I was like, that's terrible. Like, oh my God. But then check it out. And the rest of the missions where I actually had him out there and he didn't die right away, he was putting in work, 4,700, about 1,200, 1,300, over 10,000, total of 17,844. So if he hadn't died in this first one right away, he probably would have gotten 2K, no problem, I think, on that one. And remember that if you go back to my build video, if you haven't seen that one, go check it out for Marquis here. Ice Elemental is a brand new pickup from Ice Mastery. I've never played this set before. It was recently added by Homecoming, I don't know, like a year or so ago, when they proliferated the epic sets. But Ice Mastery has this as its final power, and I only have it 2-slotted. And one of those slots is the Ice Mistral's Torment damage proc. So the damage I'm getting out of this is pretty damn impressive for a 2-slotted pet that I've only got like maybe every 5 minutes, as you can see from the recharge. But the Ice Mistral was putting in some work, and it's something that I've been saying this a couple times now, that what I'm noticing, the biggest takeaway I've had, at least comparing defender controllers, practical sort of things I can conclude. It's just that the pet damage output is freaking insane, both for controllers, especially who have pets, but my defenders who've had pets have done a lot of damage with those. So that's why I made the respec on this character when I was talking about it in the build video. I went and changed into Ice Mastery, and I grabbed the Ice Elemental and I put Ice Mistral's Torment in it. So that's what I'm talking about here. And so I'm putting out he's putting out a lot of damage, right? Compare this to my lore pets. He outdamaged my Lieutenant lore and was pretty close to the boss lore pet. And you know, if you factor in that quick death in that first mission, throw another couple thousand here. If I were to say get another slot put up in here with this guy, I could easily be hitting 20 plus thousand on this. I think he could rival the laser drone. That's pretty damn impressive for this. That essentially looks like the torso of Jack Frost hovering around. So man, those pets, him in particular, were putting out some damage. 57, almost 58k. Easily would have been close to 60 if I had him not die in that first mission right away. So lots of damage. I can't wait to kind of look at that head to head with my controller. So that was something I wanted to point out to you all. And I also just want to confirm that we did have the one death in that first mission. But let me pause this so you don't get any spoilers. Yeah, here we go. I'm going to show you guys this stat too. So check this out. Only 4 ally defeats on this one. So this character, and this is why I was kind of mentioning when Veiled Widow shows up, our first mission when we had kind of shaky group of players and I was uncertain, we ended up with one death, but this was the crash death. So that's why I don't necessarily feel like it was my fault per se. And then we go like 3 missions in a row with no deaths. Now, spoiler, there is a death in one of these, but I'm not counting it because of what that character, that player had done, and they had gone and isolated themselves and whatever, they got themselves killed. So I was like, well, that's not my fault, nothing I can do about that. And it wasn't until the safeguard mission that we actually had any challenge where, there was some viable threat that I was like, oh crap, and was like, uh, shooting things for my life depended on it, because it did. And that's the other thing I guess I'll maybe spoil now, or actually no, I'll hold off on the other thing. So anyway, so that's the deal on that. 4 total deaths. That one that we did have, was questionably nothing I could have done about it anyway. So really no problems. Vale joins us. Things get a lot smoother as we go. So let's take a look back at the video. So here I am, I'm getting myself ready. This is kind of then introing what I'm trying to do here. So we all get on the map, and I'm looking at this thing. We didn't have anybody that was running out there tanking at this point, like, just taking the lead. Especially we just lost our scrapper, who did seem to be the guy taking the lead. So we got our brute, who has endurance issues. Our sentinels hanging back at range for the most part. I know Guyve can go in there if necessary. And then in comes Veiled Widow, who I have no idea what he's going to do. So I'm like, all right, well, screw it. I'm going to have to become more aggressive and start, being more alpha attacking. So this is what you see me do. I'm going to go ahead and drop my distortion field over here and use that. I don't want to go over here and expose myself to direct fire. So you see me kind of hanging back and drop it here, just trying to tickle aggro a few people so that I can keep my line of sight blocked as much as I can. And once these guys start getting the debuff of the minus recharge, the minus speed is the big things from Distortion Field. But I also have the hold proc in there. Plus there's some damage procs in there. So I want that to start to do something to mitigate any potential incoming. So that's what I'm charging up here. All right, and Val's like, F it, going in. Nuke.
Sog goes and just starts unleashing.
Sawgrass, you crazy dude.
Hopefully Saw don't go crazy with this effing incarnates. But I think it's fair. I mean, we got like 2-3 newbie people, so at least lower levels. Guyve's not going sick with his incarnates. I don't mind if people use them, but just, if that's all we're doing is just incarnating crap out of stuff, then kind of defeats the porpoise. I'm gonna do this. Probably gonna wish I hadn't. Yeah.
Yeah, Distortion Field's not the best opener. Because it doesn't have a very reliable hold.
I'm gonna test Marine is what Saw is asking. He wants me to spill the tea. Turn my dudes on aggressive.
Yeah, I got 2 more DEFCONs to go, so I got 2 more buff sets after time. And if you think you know what it is, put your guess down in the comments, because I'm giving out prizes.
Don't look at me, guys. I'm like
I'm the little guy. Again, check this out. Like, nobody's going in there. I'm like, what do you want me to do?
babies.
I mean, I don't have like an alpha control or debuff.
Get in there.
I'm a beta buffer, you guys.
All right.
You know what's surprising me is just how often Ionic was up for me. I mean, I feel like I'm using it like every single group.
You guys want to get them? Which way you guys want to go? Pick a point place. Pick a place, dude. Pick a place, Widow. Pick a place, Widow. You do it. Oh shit.
Yeah, see, I'm like, guys, I'm not charging in there. I'm glad Guy finally said, F it, I'll go. I mean, there's certain defenders I will alpha with. Like, let's say if I was playing Dark Current and Dark Miasma, no problem. But I don't feel Marquis has a great alpha set of alpha options. There's Distortion Field, and there's then Bullet Rain.
These guys are not going to be charging in. These are lower level guys. I don't necessarily blame them. Our Sentinel's not exactly super slotted or whatever.
I think Radiation Sun's level 38 at this point. I think he leveled once. There it is again, Ionic.
God, so bleeding endurance. It hurts.
Yeah, I'm having my own endurance issues.
Get caught him. All right, I think we got to go back this way, fellas. Circle. It was a circle.
Circle back. Circle back. All right, this gets crazy.
I'm super confident that I should be in the point. So that's why I'm a little bit hesitant. Well, I'm a lot of it hesitant. Okay. All right, this is going to be on like Donkey Kong, I think.
Yeah, look at this crap. Guy's pulling back, and Vale's diving in. Let's get a little bit of cross wires there. So we got Guyve doing. I don't know how well slotted he is on Dwarf here to be Alpha Ink crap. So, he's back here taunting and bringing things in. There's really no place to break line of sight, so he's kind of screwed. One option he could have done would have been scoot to here, taunt around the corner and bring stuff. That might have been a better option because that would have let us set up a kill box right here, especially with our range shit, because I could have dropped a distortion field right there. And then what you're going to see is Vale goes in there.
Okay. All right, this is going to be on like Donkey Kong, I think.
That's right here. I don't like doing range against the Arachnos. And then you see Vale Widow is like, F it, I'm going in. So boom, we got Guyve taunting and bringing things back to us. But standing out in the open is risky. And then you got Vale diving in to do a PBOE nukes, like a Psy Whale, it looks like. Which is definitely going to aggro all this other crap back here. So I think Guy at least maybe had to right idea. Let's just pull a handful of these guys because there's probably two groups in here. Right? There's got to be this front group, and then it looks like there's another group in the back. You don't want all that stuff because these guys just be raining ranged death on you. So I think in hindsight, a good idea would have been, if Guy or somebody comes over here, parks here and taunting or whatever, bringing stuff in. Then Vale could have hung back for a second, let a bunch of these idiots come forward. I would have dropped my patch right here, and then he could have went in there, and Vale could just went in there and just nuked the crap out of it. Anyway, but that's not what happened. Instead, these two guys are like, "F it, let's get spicy." We got two separate fights going now. So now I'm like, all right, let me give back up to Vale because I don't know what Vale can handle. All right, there goes Ion. That's the one thing I want to avoid if I am going to have a bunch of incarnate people on the team is
TPing and everything, man. That's just getting.
it's not everybody just throwing judgments around and destinies.
My bad. Hey guys, you don't mind some extra? Oh shit! So we got some.
All right, so check that out. So Vale goes nuking, then throws Ionic, which is going to aggro a bunch of other stuff. The back group's still not aggroed though.
Shit, so we got somebody freaking TPing.
Then we got a TP, which pulls a bunch of guys behind us, so we get in position. I accidentally over target and start shooting and pull the other group up.
F it, get in there and just start shooting stuff.
Yeah, when in doubt, more bullets.
I guess right up front. At least I got my toggles. My debuff there.
Just love raining all these bullets on people. It's awesome. I don't know why I'm throwing my Ion against a single target. But it's up so often that I guess it doesn't matter. Okay, there's the patch. Distortion bubble.
Put his defense to the roof.
I was trying to make a conscientious effort with my narrow cone, I think piercing rounds to line up, get multiple people with it because it is so narrow. It's more like a multiple target line attack. Look at these freaking guys. I thought again, every time we saw huge groups like this, I'm like, man, this is it. We're all gonna die. But at this point, you just can't back off. My best thing is just to kind of get tight with the enemies, get them inside of my defensive aura there. More bullets.
Just keep firing bullets.
Like that's my big debuff plan. Is minus speed, minus recharge. So I just got to start shooting stuff. All that recharge doesn't minus recharge debuffing doesn't do me any good if I don't actually shoot at anybody. All right, our brute is almost out of endurance again.
Shoot them. Shoot them all.
All right, not too bad. We got another group of this coming up.
So sucking endurance. It's like it's my job.
Looks like we have the same kind of idea. Vale's going in.
This might hurt.
Ragnaroki's firing his
Crap. I got
nuke.
No. I'm not down with that shit.
Yeah, this is what sucks. So I got Clarion for this exact reason, but I'm held because Clarion drops. Or is dropped. So we got all kinds of incoming. Boom, I'm held right there. It's like 2036 when I get held. I have no freaking break freeze, and I know that I have to have my support shit.
Breaky wakies. Hold on.
Still held, still immobilized, making one. Boom. 2050. So it's almost like 15 seconds of just sitting there doing nothing. Now, luckily, nothing bad happened, but it could have easily, if I could have been dead for sure. If I was closer, I probably would have been.
Enough of this crap.
Going in.
Go. Can't afford to get held.
I can't afford to bleed. I ain't got time to bleed. There's Clarion.
Keep shooting.
Damn, did you see that? That was perfect.
Shoot them all.
Check that out. Piercing rounds right after this.
Keep shooting.
Ready? So I'm lining up on this scout guy in front of me. I think I just went through the animation. About to plug this guy. But watch back here. Bam. That's how you use that narrow-ass cone.
Keep
Here it
shooting.
comes. Blammo. It just has a huge range.
Shoot them all.
So yeah, if you can line it up and get people in the back with it, that's perfect. Of course, you can aggro the crap out of stuff accidentally too, so. But that power, surprisingly, I did a lot of damage with it. Let me go ahead and spoil some of that for you. In 1 second, let me get to the stats. All right, here it is. Here's your spoiler on this, the attacks. So here are my main dual pistols attacks. And piercing rounds is that narrow cone. This one. Narrow cone. Check out the damage output of this thing. Right? 13, almost 14k. That was my third most deadly attack behind Bullet Rain and Empty Clips. So, sorry, my fourth, because I also had Hail of Bullets. These are like your biggies, right? Your Bullet Rain, I think, is the targeted AoE. Empty Clips is your cone, I think. Hail of Bullets is the PB AoE, if I'm not mistaken. Or it's vice versa. So anyway, we got AoE, AoE, cone, and then here's your narrow cone. So, I mean, I got 13, almost 14,000 out of that power. That's pretty impressive considering I didn't use it all that much, but I, was hitting a bunch of dudes like you just saw in that one little sequence there. So I was putting out a lot of damage with that power, surprisingly, given that, it's kind of hard to wield. But the other things I want to show you guys are going to come up in a minute, but don't want to spoil any of that either just yet. So let me go back to this video. Got the last group of these Arachnos. This guy's going to pull that crap. All right, I think this is our last group of them, maybe? Yeah. So one thing I'm noticing is that Vale is kind of just taking point a lot, which I'm okay with that.
We got Bad Boy back there.
And I'm really starting to use my single target debuffs
Shoot them
for
all.
the first time.
Hold on there, guys. Hold on there. Hold on there, Ragnaraki.
Got incoming from two sides.
More pets, more pets.
Slowed response is nice. I'm just using it like an attack most of this time. Was it right back here? Right there. So boom. I don't know if you guys can catch that, but so I open with a cone or finished cone, and then I do slowed response right here. But I kind of want to point it out because this thing looks like it procced 2-3 times in here. This guy, I think it's the 47s maybe. Although the 53 might be somebody who got resistance debuff. But that power, this is why I didn't want to spoil it for you all. That power, because of the procs I have shield breaker in there. I mean, check out the damage I was getting from my procs. Let me show you guys this. You guys gonna love this shit. All right, so distortion field. That's my patch bubble. I have an impeded swiftness in that. I've got 7,600 out of that. Shield breaker sitting in slowed response. I got 6,800 out of that one. And then in time stop, my single target time manipulation hold, I've got triple whammied on that one. So 726 and 19. So what's that? 30, about 5,000 or something like that. Yeah, 5,200. So, 52, 11, 12, 19, about 20k. Pretty close to 20,000 damage from those procs just in those powers from time, which normally doesn't do damage, right? Like your distortion field, your slowed response, your time stop. These are damageless powers, but you can put some procs in there. I got another 20k out of that stuff for doing nothing other than throwing out a debuff. So that's makes that crap jump right up to some of my top damagers on this character. So getting lots of mileage out of the damage procs for this guy and mileage out of the cones and the AoE. So lots of bullets flying. And remember, all these powers that I'm tagging with the bullets here are all doing a bunch of minus speed, minus recharge stacking on these enemies. So I think you can see that in a lot of the video, just the enemies just moving very slowly. Like you can see the guy to my left is kind of crawling away. You can't quantify how much damage you would have taken if you hadn't done that. Look at this. The boss can't move. Moo Guardian can't move. And once we got down to like one or two bosses, I was able just to stack the crap out of the holds and the debuffs on them. All right, third mission, Devouring Earth. It's right across the parking lot. This one I was expecting a lot more out of. I don't want to spoil too much, but if you remember when I ran Devouring Earth with my controller, my Dark controller, Fey Woad, it was her most prolific, output on her character, but of all my characters, the Devouring Earth that mission was just tons of enemy kills that I had. So I was anticipating something similar at this one because I was surmising that all of the like the little rubbles and shards and swarms and stuff were counting for lots of different targets and stuff. But spoiler, I didn't see it that way with this character. So we go across the parking lot, do the Devouring Earth mission. Same team, nobody else leaves at this point. People are hanging around for a buff, which is nice.
Corner. All right, I'm feeling.
All right, so there is sort of a classic way to open with time because you only have the one range debuff that's useful as far as not taking a or helping you to reduce alpha. So you'll see what I do. I'm going to kind of scoot to the left, and then I'm going to break line of sight, and then use my distortion field. So I've got it. It's clicked, and I'm just dropping it around the corner. So I've got this line of sight break here, and I drop it up around the corner. I see Vale going in there to go pick up aggro, so this should be relatively safe for me. Debuff the enemy's speed, recharge, etc. Maybe get some holds going.
Around the corner. All right, I'm feeling a little bit more comfortable now.
For sure. I think Veiled Widow's nuke is just cleaning up these enemies. That may explain why I didn't get a ton of kills on this one.
Next.
The hybrid double hit also put in some decent work for me. I was a little nervous when I threw that one, because if you look at where I'm at, I thought, man, I'm going to aggro a bunch of crap. So we're sitting here in the middle of, I think it's a four-way intersection, if I'm not mistaken. So, here's your target, and we're in this tunnel which continues back that way. You can see another group back here, but I think it's also a four-way. I think it's like this. So there could be another group here. There could be another group here. I can't see. And I go ahead and just chuck ion in there. I'm like, all right, well, let's see what happens. So I'm zapping these guys, but it could easily jump left, right, deep. I don't know. And that's why I was like, oh, no, I don't know if I should do this, but whatever. We're doing okay right now. Here comes the ion. Got the holds. See, I like that holding if you check that out.
This might shoot through.
All right, so check out. I had put distortion field down already. That has the hold procs. This is what you see me targeting right now. So I'm placing that there. That creates that patch bubble. And there is, I think it's a Mag 2 hold proc in there. Something like that, if I remember. And then I chase that with the ion, and I have the radial side, if I remember. And this also has a hold proc in it. So you'll see a whole bunch of these guys end up getting held who otherwise wouldn't have, just because those two things stack together. All right, there goes the field. Debuffing. Slowed response. I throw that out there. There's the ion. Bam. Okay, so look, there's 1, 2, like 3, 4 bosses are held, something like that. That boss is super slow.
This might shoot through. Yeah, I think I just shot through that mess.
Yeah, that's not bad. Well, we should have pretty good defenses now. I'm sure our Widow's got good team defenses.
Shoot all your asses.
Shoot all the asses.
Shoot all the asses, guys. Shoot them all.
Yeah, this mission goes pretty quick. Got this main hall. Take that crap down. Let's skip past some of that. So we're just looking for some scientists. And it's, I think most of them are in this one room. Big group. What are we going to do? Put down distortion field. Slowed response. See all this damage procs off of slowed response. So that's a nice combo. So buff up first. Eat a couple Skittles. Drop your debuff patch. Hit him with slowed response. That's another debuff. Get a bunch of damage proccing. Throw ion in there. There you go. Get some holds. Everybody else is throwing crap now.
Hold on, boys. Hold on.
Radiation's in trouble. And he's back.
Heavy damage, heavy damage.
Big damage again.
Get off me.
I haven't taken that much damage since the first mission.
Get the elemental out. Get it out. We need that damage. It's sweet, sweet damage.
Yeah, I'm really looking at my powers just popping here. Just smoother at this point. Much more comfortable. Fire away. It's a little headless, legless torso flying around. Elemental's decent. It's got like 3 or 4 attacks. One of which is a hold.
I do notice, I'm just dealing less damage because those Karens are out. So I think
Like those damn Karens.
why we had to kill, or I had to do so much more damage with my controller in that one test.
Yeah, that's one of my hypotheses. One of them was Well, so with my controller, I did a whole ton of damage during that Devouring Earth mission. And part of it I thought was maybe because those Karens, those emanators they put out to minus damage or add damage resistance or something. So you have to hit a lot more often to kill stuff. I think this is it. We cleared this room and then we're done. Yeah. So boom.
There it is.
So that mission was kind of,
Not
like,
too shabby.
okay, done. Then we get a nice another one. This mission is not super exciting, although PETA might be a better way to describe it. It's just one of those fifth column council cave maps, with the sauna room with the baths and stuff, and it's half your time is spent just wandering around the facility. And then spoiler, we have to it's a tip mission, so we have to do a bunch of killing, which then triggers something. Then you got to go and find the thing that got triggered. It's just kind of a waste of time, about 2-3 minutes. I'm not even sure the time that I did say that was spent on this one really kind of counts or not. This one was 16 minutes. So I think if you watch this, and you could probably shave 3, 4, 5 minutes off of that time just from us kind of looking around a bit. So it wasn't this, oh my God, it was so hard 16-minute type of thing. It's kind of like, where the hell is it 16-minute sort of a mission. That's why I was like, ugh. And we did have, this is the mission where one of my teammates dies, but I don't count it against my stats because we were in the hunt and peck mode looking for the stupid thing, and they wandered off all by themselves rather than sticking with the group, got themselves into trouble, got killed. I was like, well, I'm not taking the L on that one. It's not my fault. So let's go ahead and pop this up, see if anything exciting happens.
Epic.
And again, I don't think anything's super crazy. There's a group up here. I just opened up with bullets this time around because I had line of sight blocked. So here's another option for you. Because as this time dual pistols, you can drop your patch like you've seen me doing, but not in this area. These guys are above me. So I do a little pop and drop, right? So I pop up and then drop the bullets on them, drop the rain of bullets. So pop, shoot them, try to get some of that minus recharge on them. I think I've got a resistance debuff proc in that power as well, although I don't remember if that's the one. Or this could be, actually, I think this has one of my ATOs in it. Anyway, pop up, get the minus recharge, get the minus speed. They can't really shoot me because of the angle. I believe this blocks a lot of their sight lines, so they would have to move right to the edge to start jumping over, which is fine for me because then I can start throwing down my debuffs. So I tell them above, my teammates above, and then I start popping and dropping bullets. Build up, pump them. Yeah, that was my ATO. Got the absorb, chuck ion in there. Why not? Slowed response as you leap past them. Throw some more bullets. Some more bullets.
Yeah, I'm like everywhere. There's bullets.
So I'm just using the geometry to my
They're
advantage.
down. Oh, that guy? Seriously? Oops. That was a cone. Oh, luckily I didn't hit everybody.
All right. Some damage. Veil will happen. I don't want to res. Let me go back and look at that.
Oh, luckily I didn't hit everybody. Oops. That was a cone.
All right, so there's Veil. See, I lose sight of Veil. Veil's right in front of me. I just want to see if I can figure out how come she took a bunch of damage all of a sudden. And I'm wondering if it was one of the wolves. Dark wolf or something. And they go.
Oops. That was a cone.
They ion point freaking blank.
Luckily I didn't hit everybody.
They took a whole bunch of damage. It looks like it was just incoming return fire.
Oops. Oh,
Judgment.
luckily I didn't hit everybody.
All right, so they're taking a bunch of damage right now. Yeah, so I think they're just getting shot by everybody. But this werewolf is a transformed one. So that's what I thought maybe had done the damage that had been like one of the dark wolves that does the war shade healing suck.
All this damn NPC talk.
There's maelstroms over there blabbing.
Maelstrom.
Okay, take him out. Get to the next group.
Crap.
Just a lot of close quarters BS.
One of my drones does have a heal.
Yeah, I hate fighting in this map. Okay, jump ahead. See how much time is just kind of like poking around, like where is this? Where is that?
Or is it back over that
So
way?
there, we cleared this area. Then we go back the other direction. Then we finally make it to
Brutal,
that intersection.
brutal map. It's a right turn as well. All right, guys, got us.
Okay, so we're at the bottom of this room. Normally, most maps you come down from the other direction, but this one you go up these steps, and then there's like these catwalks up here, and then there's a ledge over on this side, and then a ledge on this side, and there's the doorway. You gotta like walk your ass up and snake around. What I should have done is recognizing this thing. There is a much smoother ramp like walkway over here that takes you all the way up towards the top, and you just gotta cross the bridge thing to come over here. Instead, I'm like zigzagging through this freaking thing. I'm getting shot from above. I can't see anything. I don't know what's happening. It's a freaking cluster. So let's see. Guys in the back. I think I shoot him. Pow, pow, pow.
Whoever that was.
Guys back there taunting.
Might have brought a few extra.
Yeah, I wish I could get a little bit more recharge on the ice elemental. Get it out there more often. I could seriously make a 3 slot just by pulling a slot out of what is it, time crawl, and just one slot in that, let's say, some accuracy. So right now I think I've got 2 slotted for just some 2% recovery boost or something. All right, here's the zigzagging. Right, you're like, all right, how do I get up there? They're shooting you.
I don't know where you went. Should have went.
My ice elemental just got blown away.
Oh shit. Hello.
That's something I could have sworn I just summoned it. Let me go check the stats because I feel like maybe this would have been another mission where I got really low output from ice elemental. So if we go ahead and take a look, ice elemental, that wasn't too bad. It's the 4th mission. I get 1,300 damage out of him, but I could have sworn he just got killed soon after me summoning him. But maybe not. Maybe it was just a natural causes type of death. All right, here we go. So let's go ahead and play this again. So I try to get in the center of these guys just to get my debuffs on them for my aura and start.
I don't care who I'm hitting.
I mean, yeah, I start throwing bullets. It's one kind of good thing about this combo. It's like You don't need to see stuff. You just start throwing crap. Because you got all these cones and AoEs and these PP AoEs, your bubble, your aura. You just kind of get in the middle of a mass and just start shooting in one direction or the other.
Just like that.
Doesn't matter. You'll hit something.
Kind of digging this elemental. I'd like to have it up more often.
Yep, exactly. All right, so this is the issue with this map. Why I was saying this mission is kind of dull because it was just wandering around, looking for groups. And then we finally get to this dumbass room, the one that a lot of people hate. All right, then Guy says, follow me. So I'm like, all right, he's going down there. I'm going to go follow him. So I head down there, and I think I'm the only one guy who follows you. Which is funny. So I'm like, oh, well, Guy has a secret way of going or knowing something. So I'll follow him. But I think the others went the supposed normal way. Yeah, radiation stone's getting wrecked. Guyve, they weren't watching Guyve. So I think Radiation Stone and Vale Whittle went straight. Follow the dwarf.
And Guyve's like vet level 1300 or some crazy shit. I don't know where those guys went. All right, Guyve. Oh, you're up there now? All right.
So then we go up there. Takes me 30 seconds to freaking get up there. So this is a big waste of time.
Crazy obstacles.
Yeah, like literally, I just jumped ahead 30 seconds, and it took me that long just to freaking get up from the ground because I fell down, got behind this, caught underneath the ramp or something like that. So, I mean, probably easily half of the time on this map was just wandering around. So, hey, do you count that against you? I mean, there's no way to not count it, but it makes that stat more understandable. So, if you're looking at this one, and go, hey, why was that one bad or whatever? You got to factor this in. At this point, I'm just going rogue. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go kill some crap because I can't stand getting stuck down underneath there. Put this crap up here. Debuff patch. Eat some candy. Throw some frickin' crap up there.
I'll kill all your asses.
Kill all the asses. Look how slow they're moving. They can't do anything. Alright, kill this guy.
Freaking guy.
More time wasted. Alright, finally he's down. Now I think at this point, we've apparently cleared everything.
I think that was everybody, honestly. I don't think this is where Maelstrom's hanging out.
But there's nothing there.
He might be back this way.
So now we leave, and I start heading the other way. Oh, there's one more path to go take. Let me go look this direction. The others are still milling around that room. Maybe there's a stray. I don't know. But I'm like, all right, here's some people.
Contacts here.
So we got some more guys going in this direction. Team, half of them joins me. Defeat these guys in this room. The other two are still back in the main bathhouse.
No way. Freaking transformed.
All right, now here you can see how this is going to lead to somebody's death. Because at this point, three of us are here. Here comes the fourth one. But the fifth one has stayed behind in the
Radiation stone fell asleep.
bathhouse.
It's freaking bug hunt. That's what this turned into.
So we keep going, keep looking. And I think it's that we had to kill everybody before the mission ended. Or something. I don't freaking know. Hmm.
What the hell is Maelstrom? Do we have to like kill him already and he's like visible or some bullshit?
Yeah, there's that one version of this mission with Maelstrom where you have to go find him again and he's like invisible.
Okay.
I think it's the villain side, but
This mission.
so now we're looking for this guy. Is that him?
Talk to Maelstrom. Bug hunt for mail? Oh, right there he is. Talk to Maelstrom. Bug hunt for mail?
So also Maelstrom was following us. I don't even know where the hell he came from. So I talked to him. He goes bad. I'm gonna kill him. And again, we got people that have left the party and are wandering in the other direction. Yeah, I'm not sure where he came from. He might have been with that group that we just defeated. Because after you first defeat him or whatever, he goes somewhere else. All right. All right. Now we're like, all right, gotta destroy this container. And I think that just triggered another spawn to appear.
Need a freaking box to blow up?
And this other spawn, I'm pretty sure, appears over where radiation is. Now, radiation has been by himself this whole time. And boom, he's dead. So I don't think.
That's not on me. He was.
Yeah. So check that out. He's fine. We just defeated Maelstrom the boss. Going, okay, now what the hell is this to do? Radiation Stone has been AFK or something for a while, just sitting here. You've seen him on my map.
Frick.
Okay, what do we do?
Bug hunt.
And I think he. I don't think he went anywhere. I think he just was standing there where the group spawned.
Hey, fellas.
Oh, there he goes. He just moved.
Oh no.
And bam, he's dead.
I'm not counting that, guys. That's not on me. He was way over there, Radiation Stone, all by himself, doing I don't know what.
All right, so there you go. That's why I said, you know what? I'm not counting that. It's an invalid stat.
Way away from the team. There's nothing I can do about it. So that death is not counting. It's not on me.
Yeah, that had nothing to do with my support abilities or not.
Over there napping or whatever that's going on. You think?
So again, we're sitting here twiddling our thumbs. Where's the bad guys? Oh, there they are.
Smoke him.
Done, boom, bang. All right, pow. Break the invasion. Okay, so now
Stats, I'm not counting those either.
we decide to do the safeguard mission. So I haven't done this like in its entirety in a long time. We spend the next 30 minutes on this thing. The basics of it, at least on hero side, as I'm understanding it now, are you go in and there's zero time. There's no countdown. It just says to protect the bank. So you should, and what we figured out is, okay, you go to the bank first. When you enter, it triggers the timer. Now, if you don't go to the bank first, it'll trigger anyway, like after a few minutes of running around the zone. So you go to the bank first, enter, the timer starts, defeat uh, the boss, the robber, his entourage, and then that essentially ends mission. This is when most people leave. But stay, because now you can build time, so keep the timer going, by defeating vandals, doing side missions. And both of those are the same, I think, group. So the thing will flash occasionally. Vandals are doing something destructive. Those are carnies. And if you defeat the group of carnies, it's like a minute and a half is added to your time. Then the side missions are controlled by static groups of carnies. And you'll get a varying amount of minutes if you do like the prevent the arson, prevent the robbery, something like that. It's like 4 to 6 minutes each, if I'm not mistaken, roughly in there. And then meanwhile, there's Malta all over the place, and they have high perception. So if you get near them, they see you and they start shooting you, and it's not nice. So that's the basics of the plan. So what I told the guys on the way in is, hey, we're gonna do this bank, right? Get this part done. The mission's gonna end, but then we're gonna stay, and then we're gonna run some of these side missions by finding carnies on the streets. And I wanted to do like 3 sides, to kind of make it even to what I've done with the villain side with the mayhem missions. And the mayhem missions, if you don't know, as soon as you enter the door, the timer starts. You have that much time to rob the bank, and then you can get more time by doing side missions like the vandals here. So that's the basic deal. So that's why I tell these guys there's no blowing up stuff in the street. There's just find carnies, take them out. Find, Malta, try to avoid the Malta if you can, or take them out. I think they're worth some time, maybe too. But look for the side missions right after the bank. Now, of course, the enemy groups you're fighting, both carnies and Malta, are no like jokes. So it's not an easy thing to do this. And the problem with fighting, in the streets is you have very little cover. Line of sight is pretty much infinite. And only the key door admissions are the ones that are inside. All right, so we're going to the bank.
Let's do the bank, fellas. Do the bank.
Okay, the bank part's the easy part. Arachnos, and maybe you get a AV, but usually it's just the boss. So we go in here.
Timer starts after we defeat these idiots.
Yep.
If I understand the way this works now.
All right, here comes the Arachnos robbers. So we stop them.
Critical mass? Come on.
Yeah, so critical mass. Critical mass. So this part's pretty simple, right? Take on critical mass, take them out, defeat the rest of these guys, done. And then boom. That's how simple it is, right? You just take out the robbers and the boss. As soon as you do, mission completes and your timer starts. So that's why we're sitting here at 14:58. So we get 15 minutes. And if you want, you can just exit and leave. That is what I think somebody does here. Let me confirm this.
I mean, these are a joke, honestly. I'm not even sure I should freaking use this as a comparison to a mayhem mission.
Yeah, Mayhem's. Now, trust me, it gets a lot spicier.
Where they at?
So look for vandals.
Let's see, map. Let's see, vandals. Let's find some vandals.
I think Radiation Stone leaves because he's got to go or something.
Crap.
So I'm just trying to find these damn vandals.
Got some. Got some.
Here they are. They're vandalizing.
All right, my
And
man's leaving us.
so radiation still leads. So this is why I don't count um him on this mission because he was only with us to go to the bank and beat up those like 6 arachnos and then took off. The rest of the time he's gone. So I calling this mission 4 people. So that's what you're seeing in my stat log here. So Marquis, Safeguard, 30 minutes we're on this map, 4 minutes, or sorry, just with 4 teammates. So boom. All right, now things start to get hairy with this freaking mission. So this is where it really gets nutso. So I want to kind of check this out. So let me get this fired up here. Because now we're down to 5 guys and we lose, our beefy brute. And all of this stuff is probably 90% of what you're going to see. The rest of this is just battling in the streets of Peregrine Isle. It's surviving. It's nuts.
Well, I guess we're gonna do this ourselves.
Okay, we're taking fire from different directions. Malta's been aggroed over there. So Malta's been aggroed from the street, from the courtyard, the alley. Carnies are aggroed. I'm like taking heavy hits. I'm like, all right, this is where I'm going to die now. Just keeps taking heavy shots from somebody.
All right, enough of you.
There we go. And this guy's shooting the crap out of me.
Just a gunslinger. I see carnies in the courtyard.
Carney's in the courtyard. So that's where the static group is, dead ahead. I'm hell. This is again, I'm like, I'm gonna die.
Hold
All right, get break free. I don't know where these guys are frick coming from. Would it teleported in? I don't know. It's like Malta's everywhere. So every time you want to set up and get something accomplished with these safeguards, Malta comes. It's annoying as hell. But the worse than the longbow ambush is the mayhem. 'Cause at least the longbow announce themselves. And they're kind of predictable where they are. These guys are just standing everywhere, teleporting in or something.
Something's shooting me. Better not be this effing Malta again. These fucking Malta are like hard for me.
Yeah, here they come again. Teleporting in.
There's still carnies behind me.
I mean, I'm not sure why the Malta are even over here.
Okay.
Now we get the key. Alright, so we get past that group and go into the side mission, the pawn shop. Stop this robbery.
I think we gotta like save some people from to rescue some people.
Something like that.
Whoa.
Heavy damage again. Here they come.
Shoot, I just stirred that up. Hit them all, hit them all.
Start spraying and praying, dude. Spray and pray. So if this one, I think
Shoot 'em
there's
all. Whatever.
groups of carnage you gotta defeat that are trying to rob the place or something. You got kidnap victims? I don't know, I forget.
Same, I haven't done these in a long time.
Yeah, some rescues. Alright, so we go rescue some more people in the back. Carnies everywhere. This place is thick with them.
This thing's worth some time.
Yeah, we're starting to get low on time. Down 9 minutes.
Most of my bullets went through those phase frickin' guys.
More. And then we get an ambush.
Got some incoming.
So I saw the dialogue pop up. Pull that back for a second. It must be shooting these guys triggers it or freeing the person. Right there. So I think maybe the trigger was going near or shooting the people in that little vault section. Because they're still fighting the ringmaster here. So it's not her death. I don't know if there was something they clicked, but boom, we got ourselves a incoming dialogue. So we got stuff happening. And I know there's guys I just aggroed around the corner here. So we're about to get crunched between these two groups.
Got some incoming.
So I kind of just try to break the line of sight of the group I just aggroed. Then I go back and try to, do something with these guys.
Stick your face in there, just kill it all.
Just using my aura and stuff as a shield.
Shoot it all, shoot it all.
Bullets flying. Minus recharge. Minus
Better than just kind
minus speed.
rob the bank and leave. So I actually remember that these side missions I thought were more fun on the safeguard side. At least they were interesting.
Yeah, I think that's true. At least compared to the mayhems. Maybe it's just the more of the novelty of them, maybe. But I don't know. Just struck me as from what I remember doing them because I rarely ever do them because whenever you play blue side and running some 54 times 8 team, the person in charge usually just hits the bank, clears it, and then leaves, and you're like done. All right, so we battled these guys a little bit more.
Not that I'm aware. The fuck? Get out of the way.
Clear the threat, and as soon as you go outside, bam. Right, so there we go. Just exiting that pawn shop. You come outside, pop, pop, pop. You're getting freaking blasted by these. Again, I'm thinking, all right, I'm dead here. I do see the Carney group around the corner. But let's get this group cleared. But I think Guy already went around the corner to go get him or something. I'm getting my chestnuts roasted. Guy's getting smoked. I think it's hell or something. Nope, that was him just teleporting. Here comes a bunch of freaking carnies now.
Carnies, they're freaking everywhere now.
So we're pinned. We got Malta. We got carnies. I'm like, I can't stand just standing out here in the middle of the street getting shot from every direction.
Effing Zeus.
So I'm like, let me break line of sight.
Damn it.
Ragnarok took off over there.
My elemental out here. Come on, elemental, get on him.
Can I shoot these guys?
I think it was this one that just showed up.
Defeat them, and then that gives us the
No, that's the. It's got to be this building.
arson thing. Which you get right near a whole bunch of Malta. I'm like, let me just run past them and go. They're shooting me already. And then, damn, I showed her this. Look at this crap.
No way.
I'm like dead. Right, you walk in, look at that spread of freaking carnies in here. So you're getting shot at here. Now, luckily, I didn't get held or something and then click that door and walk in paralyzed. But check out what you get to see as soon as you walk in here. I mean, boom. There's like a whole line of dudes in front of you. And I can see somebody over here, probably a couple somebodies. And I can't see this corner at all. So maybe there's somebody there. At least that's what I'm assuming. That you're hit by three sides.
Uh-oh.
It's boom. I start getting knocked down, thrown around. I'm like, I got to get in there, get some debuff going.
Hot, sexy door.
Nuts.
Dude, that's effing.
So far, so good, though, right? Kicking these guys' asses. Defeat them. Click the glowies, and then boom, another group comes through the door. More carnies attacking. I think two groups comes. Just spraying bullets. Chuck Ionic. Hit him with everything. Nice.
Damn, this is sick.
Okay, there's that one. Now here's where things get real again. We go outside and check this shit out. So if you remember, there was the Malta right outside the door. So this is what I see when I exit. Here they are. They're already loaded up, ready to go. Freaking deadly.
Oh, fuck. Are you kidding me?
This is kind of what happened to me with my screaming tree. Luckily, I had more warning. Buffing, eating inspirations, shooting bullets, hitting with everything. Go sick. And then I start seeing carnies out of the corner of my eye. I'm like, where the frick these carnies coming from? And check it out. We got aggro from that alley. There's an alley right there with more carnies. These are the ones that spawn the key for the jailbreak. So there's carnies down this alley. So we're sitting here in the middle of the freaking street, just getting blasted by Malta from across the way. And then that triggers some ambush over here from these carnies. Now you got two groups. You're sandwiched again. I mean, I'm shocked how more people didn't die.
Kind of like that. These things are in the same spot as the Mayhems.
This is true. If you know the mayhem, then you know where these carny spawn points are. All right, so we shoot and kill a bunch of these guys. Then, like, all right, let's go to jailbreak.
You effing died like a boss.
Look at this. Look at this poor guy. We just go into the bank. We wanted to get some more time, get some more challenge. And then Guyve, now Guyve claims he was rubber banding and lagging.
Like a boss. That was a guy, you poor
I
bastard.
don't know. What do you guys think? Did Guyve make a boo boo, or is he having some lag issues? Let the vote in the comments. We'll see what they say, Guyve. All right, our widow reses you. Fighting these stupid carnies some more. We free some PPD. The PPD officers join you. Then you go downstairs. I hate going down those
Out
elevators.
of here.
Alright, so we defeat these guys, go to the elevator.
This is Rubber Band City.
Oh, Guyve, I had
Hello,
I
Guyve.
had rubber banding too, now that I remember, so I guess you're off the hook. The server was lagging. Okay, a little group here at the elevator, take them out. Alright, we're doing good. We got extra peace bringers.
Oh, Ragnaraki, watch out, boy. Hit it.
Bang. And I hate going down there because like with a defender with an aura like this, because as soon as you walk in there, your aura is hitting whoever and you're going to aggro them. We get the fight fallen from grace.
Say grace.
Fallen from grace. Done. All right, now we want to leave and get another ambush on the way out.
This is how sissy the hero side is. You get all these multiple cops to follow you.
Yeah. Remember in Mayhem missions, you get one NPC and you got to like kill yourself to get them out. Freaking these guys get 3 cops just for beating up whatever, a couple spawns of enemies.
Are they seriously gonna keep following us now? That's crazy.
Boom, here comes effing carnies.
Dude,
And this is what I don't understand. Okay, so here. Why is he out there? I'm not even sure when he left. I think Rocky left he left the jail prematurely or something. All right, so he came down with us. We defeated Fall from Grace. We got the bonus time. Then the next time I see Ragnaraki is here as we exit the bank, or sorry, exit the prison. I see Carney's coming our way. He's already taken a couple hits of damage. I'm like, all right, where are these Carnies going? Malta and Nelson there. I see him in the back. I'm like, what the hell is he doing over there?
dude, Rocky, what are you doing, bro?
So I go to try and help him.
He dies because what the hell he's doing. This is like a suicide run, unless so I guess he's going after the carnies, but still.
Yeah, I don't know.
Vandals here.
Yeah, it turns into a freaking deadly combat now. Check this out. Check out what's happening. 1 group, 2 groups, 3 groups.
Shit.
There goes Rocky. There goes Guy. I'm like, that's it. I'm done. I am done. Eat some Skittles. Vale, I need you over here. So we came out of the jail, which is back here. And if you remember, I came around this corner. I saw a couple carnies going this way for some reason. But then I saw back this way was where Ragnaraki was. So I'm like, well, let me go and see if I can help him. Guyve comes behind me. So now there's the 3 of us down here. And Guyve's body's laying somewhere. So 3 of us are here. Oh, there he is over there. But I see Vale is still back here. taking on. Maybe what happened might have been those carnies that I saw coming might have just kind of done like a weird AI based track method and they went like this. I don't know. Big old swoop. And then that's what Vale's fighting over there. But I'm like, Vale, we're in trouble because we got two people down. I know Guy just res, but right before that, we had two people down. I'm taking heavy damage. I'm like, I'm surrounded. There was a multi group over here that got aggroed. There's the Carney group that was the Vandals over here. And then you had another group of Carnies. This, I think, was another ambush that was headed for the bank, but then maybe saw us coming out, so they decided to attack Varus. There's like three groups of enemies, at least three different directions of enemies, and stuff is just flying. So again, when you got this dual pistol time, I just start unleashing everything. So I wish Ragnarok had stuck with us coming out of the jail. I think it would have been fine.
Save himself.
Right there, I'm thinking I'm dead. Multiple bosses around me. Held. I don't have any wakes again, but got Clarion up. It's total bedlam in the streets. Just want to clear this stuff. We just got like ganked. All right, so we clear that.
Do they want Guy?
This is the rest of that ambush. And I'm not sure how we cleared the sewer. It might have been the group that was right out in the street that Ragna was fighting. Nuts. Let's finally finish these guys.
Where's that entrance, bro?
There's an entrance, but it's way over.
You're in them. We can't see you.
So he's way over there. I mean, I didn't even know that this existed. This map here. So we go inside, buff up. More Carnies, of course. We're looking for bombs in here.
After this one, though. Guys, look at these guys.
And this is like a multi-layered map. You got the sewer. You got a cave. And then I think it goes up to an office building if I remember correctly. So we just start blowing up everything we see.
It's gonna take us up into an office, huh?
Yep. 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 Got it.
I don't like that. Don't like it. Oh shit. Yeah. I see it. I see it. Pick it off. Let's pick it off. Hope they didn't start a second fight. Oh yeah, they did. Oh, they started it.
Got the split team. Two enemy groups. Okay, crush them. Go join up with the others. More Carnies. And then that was it.
Yeah.
Boom. That was it. Crazy. That was 30 minutes of just freaking bedlam in the streets. But it was fun. I mean, crazy fun. So yeah, at the end of the day though, check this out. 0 deaths this guy had. 0. So I matched my last controller despite heavy incoming fire, despite pretty challenging missions. I didn't die once. So that was awesome. And then coupling that with only 4 deaths in these missions here. Like I said, I didn't count the one against the council where, what was it? Our radiation stone had gone off by himself and got ganked by some spawn that showed up. And even on the safeguard, there's one I think there is going. I don't know if I should even count that one, but anyway, 3 on the safeguard. That was the hardest mission, of course. 4 total. Lethality. Check this out. 100. Actually, it wasn't 170. I had 279 total kills that ended up with, which is pretty freaking high. Which is really close to what my controller, my dark controller, put out. I think she was just over 300, so I think it was like 30 less than that. So this guy so far is my highest output, best defender, like with most stats. We'll take a look at that in a second. But yeah, 279 total guys, 127 on that safeguard alone. That's how freaking prolific I was being. Don't know if that was partially because we had one less teammate. Might contribute to it because the per teammate index, check it out, 31 per teammate. That's freaking outrageous. Then the threat already showed you guys the amount of damage I was putting out, but I don't think you've seen the total amounts. Look at my incarnates is another thing. 67,000 from freaking Judgment. At least the Ion. I think this is the jumps is 67,000. The 8,000 I believe is the direct hit ones. So the primary target, and these are the jumps. But the double hit was another 5,800. That's the assault hybrid path that I chose. So adding that up, what's that? 13,700, about 80,000 damage. So what, a third of my overall damage came from those freaking incarnates. Throw in your procs here. I got 13, 14, 16, 18, about 1,900 or something like that, or 19,000 there. 36,000 from empty clips. Crazy. 31,000 from your bullet rain. 26, 27,000 out of hail of bullets. I was getting a lot of damage out of those powers. But yeah, he put out 231,000, almost 232,000 himself. Then your pets were another 51,000 or 57,000. So total damage, I mean, 289, huge amount of damage was putting out. And again, a huge amount of damage in that last mission. So this could be a sign, at least for this character, that the number of players did have an effect on it. I'll get a closer look at the numbers though. And then here's the other important stat. Check out my resilience. Took 26,000 total damage, which sounds like a lot, but comparing to the input output, the ratio here, that's really nothing. I was almost 11 times. I think that's the right number. I'll have to double check that number, but I put out 290,000 and I only took 26,000. So it's like a 10-to-1 ratio. So disgusting amounts of output versus input. This, I think, was one of my lower defenders, if not the lowest. Again, we'll have to take a look at those numbers. But damage resistance or resilience was really good. Another, again, not super surprising, but energy was a pretty big factor in a couple of these, but not totally. There wasn't any one damage type that really just jumped out. I mean, lethal would have been the big one. But a lot of that came from that last mission with probably the Malta's bullets and stuff like that thrown out there. Was a decent amount of toxic this time too, just from devouring Earth and the Jaegers exploding had toxics. There's a lot of damage there. Those couple of those missions, but overall, it's a pretty balanced spread. I guess the biggest thing that I keep seeing is how little cold damage is out in the game. Close with negative, not very much cold and negative damage at all from enemy groups. And then my overall damage already saw that. I mean, only 530 damage on mission 3. That was what the one with the devouring Earth. That one was short. I don't know if I was I wasn't necessarily being protected by anybody. So it's just, the way the map worked out, it was surprisingly just how easy and quick that one went, and nothing really happened. All right, last thing we'll kind of wrap with is just sort of these side by sides now. So now I have not just time manipulation, which I just ran, but I have the numbers for all three of the defender things. So right now, if you take a look, I can start making some conclusions, at least about the defenders side by side. If you take a look here, the survivability rate, electrical affinity was the one that was dying the most so far. Although, again, it's hard to say if any of this is significant because there was overlap with nature. You look at the side by sides, the error bars. I don't have any deaths here to give me any error bars for time. Now, the one thing that is a little bit potential is the learning effect. So the more I do these runs, the more I do these tests, I might be getting just smarter about what to do or not to do. So this might reflect that. I got to see if it's a trend like this. Not that I have negative deaths, but I want to see if overall I'm constantly doing a little bit more damage each time, a little bit less incoming damage each time. That argues for like that learning effect. So that was the rate. That's how much per minute. And then the index is how much per teammate. And these numbers are, again, hard to kind of say anything about, at least the survivability. Doesn't know necessarily anything significant. Lethality, this is the risk, not lethality. This should be risk index. Hold on, let me pause it real quick. All right, sorry about that. I had to fix a couple of my graphs got moved around when I was copy pasting stuff. So, anyways, I was saying, taking a look at those stats, survivability rates, really can't say too much yet, aside from it seems like I'm, getting better, but could be learning. Nothing really to see with the index here that you can really tell. With the indices were, the per player, per teammate numbers, and you look for tight groupings if everything's nice and consistent, although I'm still not 100% sure how to interpret this set of data here. But it does give you indications of some outliers. So if you see, big old error bar like this, it's telling you, hey, there was some data that was way off compared to the bulk of the rest of the data that's down here. So that can give you an idea that, hey, if you have the same consistent team, same consistent number of players on your team, you would expect those numbers to stay pretty consistent. And if you don't see that, then there seems to be some either variation within the missions, the difficulty of them perhaps, you know, or this is much more random. It's hard to say. Again, you have to kind of see more of the data to figure that out. Then the risk here, this is something interesting. So here is the ally data, right? So we've got personal defeats, the ally data. We can see here, here's electrical affinity, right? Both nature and time manipulation are safer for your allies. This is what I can say from this data because there's no overlap between the error bars. These two are statistically not different, but compared to the electrical affinity. So if you were to kind of put it in more common language, electrical affinity is bad at defending its allies, at least on that set of missions with that combination it was. But just that's what that would be interpreted as. So it's, again, needs more data to confirm that. Like if all the other sets do the same thing, then yeah, this is like an outlier set or as an outlying set of data. All right, the risk index is the per teammate. Again, I'm looking for tight groupings. The last group is very tight. The time manipulation, if you can see the mean is like right on top of, I believe the average is right there, the mean and median. That's the median data. The means are the lines. So we've got very consistent data here, very tight data. So it seems like time is kind of being just a consistent performance. Then your lethality, there was no significant difference between the first two sets, electrical and nature affinity. This is the foe defeats per minute. But you'll see here for the first time, I have a defender that is clearly statistically significantly different than the others. So time manipulation with dual pistols is more lethal, foes defeated per minute, than the other two. So there's a statistical fact that we can take a look at there. Now, is it dual pistols? Is it time? Is it the team? A lot of questions, but for sure that combination outperformed. So right now, this build is better than the other one so far. It's didn't die at all, had the lowest risk rate for its teammates, and it was statistically superior to electrical. The lethality is statistically higher than the other two, even though electrical affinity was taking advantage of electrical blast and the energy or the endurance drain stuff. We've got a little bit more scatter on the lethality though with this mission, because that safeguard mission was a big outlier. So those missions on the electrical side were more consistent per teammate. All right, then taking a look at the threat. This is damage output. The statistics on this one, it looks like the time it is statistically significantly better than the nature affinity combo, but it is overlapping with electrical, and electrical is overlapping with nature. So offensively, speaking, time was putting out a lot more damage. But remember, this build had a bigger emphasis on the pets, similar to what electrical affinity did with the remember it had the stupid what's Sparky there, Voltaic Sentinel. So I had Ice Elemental here on this one. So Ice Elemental was superior to Voltaic Sentinel. It's a like a buffable pet. And then I have my lore pets. So that's kind of the big difference I see here. Whereas Electrical Affinity didn't have that extra pet. It just had lore pets only. And I believe it was only one lore pet. If I remember, I had two lore pets and Icy. This one I had Voltaic Sentinel and one lore pet, maybe two. But, definitely the pets are a big contributing factor to the extra damage that you're putting out. And this also was my most procky and damagey type, because I had the Assault hybrid set I was running. Plus, I was actually running Leadership with Assault on top of that. So, this guy was built to do more damage than the other ones. He was built more as a pure damagey debuffing build, where these two were built more as support, helping builds, especially the electrical one. So I'm not shocked by those results there. But it's interesting to kind of see the side-by-sides, I think. Then the resilience, this is your damage input you're taking. And that one, let me bump this down a little bit. Again, I'm seeing time better than, statistically speaking, than electrical, but not statistically different than what nature is doing. So time and nature seem to be doing equivalent to each other, but electrical seems to be the outlier so far. Again, I need to see a couple more. When I have the last two DEFCONs, if they're all kind of in the same boat down here, then I think we'll be able to conclusively say that electrical affinity needs a buff. Let's say, as an example, that might be an argument you would want to make from that data. Hey, it needs more defense, it needs more offense, something like that. I don't know. The per player numbers, electrical seem pretty consistent. That Screaming Tree nature run, I think that was when I had teammates coming and going. It was like a 3-man team at one point, so that was just a crazier spread. But it wasn't a lot of outlier daters either. Very tight as far as the error bar goes. But here, I took a bunch of damage on us. I'm betting in that very last mission. That's why this error bar is so high, because of that last mission. But it's, I had one less teammate, so that's why if there was the fifth teammate, would have been dividing those numbers by 5, that would have lowered this bar down, I'm assuming. So in that circumstance, I think we can say that the team number did impact time manipulation more than the other two so far. And then here's your liability ratio. This is the ratio between the two. output and input. So, I mean, check that out. This guy is hands down out damaging versus incoming. And it's statistically significant versus both of them, right? So this is clearly more output, less input damage compared to the other two sets. And I'm just, you know, electrical. That was the first thing I ran, so I had no comparative basis. But it's starting to make electrical look like doggy do. Maybe just the combination I used. I wasn't going super damagey with that one. But just from a survival standpoint, that's set. I'm almost to the point where I'm gonna say it sucks, but even though I was coming out of the gate saying, wow, this is a great set, the more I'm looking at it, I'm like, maybe not. Maybe it's just too damn clicky. It's too damn gimmicky with all the chaining crap. I don't know. But anyway, that's what I'm seeing so far. It's interesting data here for Marquis. Combination of the other ones. I still need to do Budakash's data, so I'm gonna do the crunch on her. Then I'll go ahead and make the. Then I'll do the crunch with Budakash. There's me talking with my mic way far away. So anyway, I'm gonna do the crunch on Budakash. Compare it to this guy, and then we'll have our verdict on time. But I mean, I'm pretty impressed with dual pistols combined with time. I think he rocked it. You could see the damage he was doing was pretty freaking crazy, and it wasn't just a flash in the pan. It was legit defeating more foes, out damaging the other two defenders. Statistically significantly so too. That's what's interesting about it. Yep. I mean, electrical was close. And this could be just because electrical was where is it again? Here, full screen so you guys know what the hell I'm talking about. I'm just looking at this. So, the threat rate statistically significantly better than the nature combo, but very close to electro. And electro had the advantage of the shocked with the electrical blast. So the fact that this guy's doing more damage and doesn't have that sort of a gimmick, he's just time manipulation. And I wasn't even using the most damaging bullets, right? I could have used incendiary rounds. Got even more damage out of this guy. I could have went with reactive interface to get more damage out of this build. So it wasn't even that. I think it's the pets. The double hit certainly helped with assault. But I think mainly the pets are the big difference. I bet if I were to go back and let's say respec my Birdman and get him a pet besides his lore, I bet you this number would be up here for sure. Anyway, that's my lesson I'm learning so far. Get your pets, guys. I think that will solve damage issues if you have any with your defender. And it certainly can't hurt even if you don't have damage issues. All right, well, there you go. That's what we're going to wrap with. Hopefully there was some good information in here. I'm just slowly percolating this data in my brain. That's why I'm a little bit thoughtful right now. It's just a lot of interesting stuff here. Give me some thoughts, some ideas. So hopefully it was intellectually stimulating for you as well. Hopefully that that video review, their analysis, had some nuggets in it for you. All right, everybody. We'll catch you in the next video where we're going to take a look at Budakash in nauseating detail. Till then, take it easy.